But I mean, what's the most drunk that you've ever been on the stage?
Well, out under a piano, really.
They call me Good Time George.
Throughout the 1970s, I remember George Melly as the man on the telly. Jazzman, critic, raconteur.
I'm not against intellectualism, but I do like sleaze.
Now 80 years old with double lung cancer and vascular dementia, George is being looked after by Diana, his wife of 44 years.
You grumpy old thing. Shut up.
I am a grumpy old. But then I've got plenty to be grumpy about.
As I filmed George setting off on one final nationwide tour, I had no idea if the old Melly magic could still be there. But George told me he had one remaining ambition. If he was going to die, it would be in the place he loved best, on stage.
Do you want to carry on singing?
It's the one thing that keeps me going more than most things. I love it. It's because all entertainers are exhibitionists, I think. Is it so?
It is true, but you know that I'm trying to stop you going away to sing because Michael Woods and Chris and me all feel that a long journey and staying in a strange hotel is not really an option anymore.
Well, it's an option if I want to do it. Yes, it is. Oh, we've sprouted a nymph in the corner.
Flirting was still clearly second nature to George, but as he struggled with the stairs, I did wonder how he was ever going to make it up on stage.
It's rather slow for this, you know.
George, as I haven't been to hear you sing for quite a long time, like maybe a year, could you oblige me by not telling too many jokes about vaginas?
About what?
Vaginas.
Not too many jokes about vaginas. All right, Mum?
And no swearing.
No swearing? What are you doing to me? Will you only be staying the first half?
Yes.
Oh, well, I'll be able to sing and tell jokes about vaginas in a second.
Probably the first time I realised that something, apart from just him being very forgetful, never knowing what day it was, that there was something really wrong, was I went out into the street just outside the house here, down the road, and there was George looking for a taxi. So I went up to him and said, should I help you find the taxi or something? And he said, hello. And I could tell by the way he said hello that he didn't recognise me. And so I said, George, it's me. And he said, well, who are you? I said, come on, George, it's Diana Melly. Oh, he said, I wonder where you fit in.
Oh, yes.
George clearly wasn't the sort of man to let a little issue like not recognising his wife cramp his style. He even had plans to release a new CD.
So you think that because you might be dead, the CD will have a runaway success?
Don't know, perhaps not.
Pity you won't be there to see it all.
Did you hear that one?
I did. Yeah.
Oh, she's good on the cracks. You can give me some lipstick, maybe.
No,
No? Why not?
Well,
Look too puffy.
they're mine.
That night, George was filling one of his regular spots at the Bull's Head in South London. His fans clearly loved him. I could see it wasn't just the songs they came for, but the pleasure they got from spending time in George's company.
Tonight, I'm delighted to say, my wife is here. And she's been filming and telling them about our life together. Yes, sometimes rough, sometimes smooth, but inevitably a little rough after about, 50 years of marriage. I mean... Why are you not clapping, baby? You aren't? I see. You're serious. She has various embargoes, which I shall observe. Too terrified not to. But she's only staying for the first half. Wait for the second. Now, the next number, I have to look. Oh, because I suffer from what is called dementia. It means that I have no sense of time or space or distance. Not inconvenient, because I'm surrounded by people who will put my hand on the glass rather than over there or over there. Oh, rockin' she's got me. My cane's by my side. Go, fetch me my gin, son. Oh, I'm gonna tan your hide now. Gonna tan your hide. I can't move from this cabin. We ain't going nowhere. Yeah, I ain't going nowhere. Just in here grabbing at the flies from my old rocking chair.
Sorry, I thought he was fabulous. I think I'm a bit fluey, so I'm a bit tearful, but I thought it was great. But I kind of knew it would be. But it's just, I'm so sorry. When he's singing, it's absolutely fine. I don't think I'll be going again. And he was great. He didn't do any of the jokes, did he? I don't know why I found it quite so moving tonight, but it just sort of was, wasn't it?
Years ago, George was diagnosed with lung cancer. Joining them for his next checkup, I wanted to be sure he was happy with filming. Between his dementia, deafness and sheer mischief, I was never really certain what he'd taken on board.
So you know, George, we will be making the film about you and Diana, but we'll also be looking at your dementia and the lung cancer.
Yes.
And you're
well,
happy.
They are both rather important to me and to you, I think.
And you know and you're happy about that?
Perfectly. Talk about anything you like, as long as it's not too disgusting for a family audience.
When we came last November, I said to him, what is the prognosis? This is when he said it had spread to the other lung. And I didn't quite realise what prognosis meant. I meant by the question, what happens next?
I don't know.
Yeah, well, I didn't. And he said, well, it means he's got months, not years. George didn't hear what he said about months, so he said to me, what did he say? And I said, well, he says you'll see this Christmas, but you won't see next Christmas. To which George replied, well, I didn't like Christmas anyway.
I'm mistrusted. You want the trousers down?
No, that's fine. We'll work around you, George.
Nobody ever does these days.
I'm going to just pull this up, if that's all right.
Yes. I've never forgotten. I have forgotten immediately.
George, breathe.
From the moment he was diagnosed, George decided not to have any treatment.
No.
He'd lived a life of joyous excess and was determined to go on doing so to the very end.
Right. Now, can you say 99 for me?
99 was a joke when I was a child.
Again?
Saying that.
Again.
99.
Marvellous. Okay,
I doubt that.
now, lie back for me.
Yeah.